Fans are so used to seeing people in Hollywood take things that they love and completely and totally destroy them, that when they do the opposite, when they actually make a movie for the fans, people are kind of surprised about it. But that's exactly what happened with Five Nights at Freddy's, a video game franchise that has a very dedicated, loyal following. And when you started to see the reviews come out for this movie and realized the critics despised it while the audience loved it, you really wondered, what is this thing going to do at the box office? Well, the results are in. And it is a massive, huge, monumental success for Universal and for Five Nights at Freddy's. Box office. Five Nights at Freddy's heads for monstrous $78 million plus opening domestically. And honestly, that number is probably going to go up. There's a chance that this thing breaks $80 million. That is a massive number and is looking to be the biggest Halloween weekend opening we've ever seen. Universal and Blumhouse Horror Pick is scaring up the top Halloween weekend opening of all time, among numerous other records and honorable mentions. And this is all done on a movie with a budget of about $20 to $25 million. They're going to be profitable after their first weekend just from the United States, not to mention the global box office, which is looking to be over $130 million. There's a damn good chance that the opening weekend for Five Nights at Freddy's is bigger than what we see for the Marvels a couple weekends from now. And the other thing that makes it so impressive is Five Nights at Freddy's is also available on Peacock. It's available right now on a streaming service, released day and date, theaters and streaming, because Universal, they thought it was going to be a little more niche. They made it for the fans. They didn't think there's going to be a massive, massive appeal, but the fans showed up in droves. They told people about it. And now they've got a smash hit on their hands considering what they spent on this thing. The latest horror offering from Universal and Blumhouse opened to a record-smashing $78 million plus despite debuting simultaneously on Peacock. It started off, of course, in a monstrous $39.5 million on Friday, including $10 million in Thursday previews. The pick, which came in notably ahead of industry expectations, scared up the third biggest horror opening of all time behind the two It movies. Third biggest horror opening we've ever seen in history comes from Five Nights at Freddy's. It's the biggest horror opening of 2023 and the second biggest opening of all time for a video game adaptation behind Super Mario Bros., which was also Universal earlier this year. And this is all because they didn't try to take something and bastardize it. They took a property that has a pre-existing fan base and they made it for those fans. Now, I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's guy. I think it skews a little bit younger generation-wise, but there's a lot of people that are big fans of it, and this is who it was made for. And it certainly seems like other people are enjoying it too, whether it's parents taking their kids or whatever. They're probably not getting all the references. They're probably not quite understanding all the lore or whatever, but they're still enjoying the movie for what it is. And once again, whenever we see these big differences like this, when the critics just don't get something or don't understand something or don't feel like it was made for them, and then the fans that thing was actually made for come out and say, wow, this is fucking awesome. So you gotta love to see it. I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I know there's a big, loyal group of fans out there that are very excited about this movie. They went out and supported it, despite the fact that it's available on streaming right now. You didn't have to leave your house to go watch this movie, but people did anyway, which really kind of throws a wrench in a lot of the excuses we've heard about streaming over the past couple years. Very, very interesting results. There are some people projecting it'll be over $80 million when the final number comes in. That should be in the next little bit here, but regardless of whether it's $78 million, $80 million, $84 million, whatever it gets up to, it still is one of the biggest openings we've ever seen for a horror movie, the biggest Halloween weekend opening we've seen all time, and it's all because instead of bastardizing something, they decided to honor the fans and make it for the fans. Maybe the rest of Hollywood should take note. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.